Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. It's pretty random, this one. It's kind of a rant, but I hope I get my points across without getting the ultra nationalists on my back. Today, I want to talk about this the Japan Post Office service. So I have been here for quite a while, and obviously, I use the post office from time to time. They do deliver here. It's a bit strange here because yeah, there is like the regular post office, and there's also like services like Yamato, etc. And usually, like if you buy from Amazon, you'll get probably from Yamato or Sagawa or some other third party, basically. But if it's something official, like some kind of ID card, or even if you buy something from eBay, actually, then the regular post office will deliver it for you. But unfortunately, I have a few issues with the post office here. Now, I've never had issues with the third party delivery systems, but I did have issues with the regular post office service. Now, let me just comment on this without, immediately jumping on me and saying, well, then you should just get out of our country. This is like the classic line. As soon as you don't like something here, you get a bunch of ultra nationalists jumping on your back saying that, oh, you should just get out of the country because, you don't like. I don't like things in the States either. I'm an American. So does that mean I need to get out of my country as well? Okay, then where should I go? I don't like things in every country. There are always some things you can improve on, and don't just dismiss constructive criticism. Take that, maybe learn something from it, and make changes to the system. Because sometimes, whether you like it or not, the system is actually rotten, okay? So the few examples I will give you is from before. Like I received some things before, and uh, they were in the post office building, but sometimes they have these shelves there, and they put it on like the very, very top shelf. Like probably even I can't reach there. Like you need some kind of ladder to reach that. But they just kind of forgot about it. They're like, fuck it. Like it's up there. Like who's gonna check, right? And yeah, eventually, like when I went there, I just kind of peeked inside and I was like, huh, that looks an awfully lot like something I ordered way up there. And indeed it was. So I'm just trying to say that sometimes they can be incredibly lazy. Okay. So that's one thing. The other thing I will comment on is they have these forms. Now, I think this is pretty old actually. Now, this form here, this is not EMS, by the way. I think this is like a Yamato form, but I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, this I will just comment because sometimes if you search on the internet, you'll find these forms and they are in Japanese. So then you can argue that okay, well, it's not very foreigner friendly, but I'm not even gonna go there because look, you're in Japan, so if you get any English, really, it's a bonus. You should be happy basically. Imagine that it's the situation is reversed. Imagine that you live in the States, like you're a Japanese person living in America. Do you honestly expect that the registration forms or whatever will be in Japanese in the States? Of course they won't be. Of course, like it's obvious. Uh, but if they are, then definitely take that as a bonus and say a big thank you to the post office service there. But that's not the case. I know that for a fact. Uh, but if you look for them on the internet, you'll find a lot of forms in Japanese. But I can guarantee you, and this is the proof right here, that they are indeed bilingual. So you indeed have English as well. So this is okay. And I believe the EMS forms, EMS is kind of a special service here. I believe these are also in two languages. So really, you should have no problem sending something. With the regular post service, now usually, okay, I'll get to that actually right now. So recently I was trying to send something, and I went to the post office, right? And they actually, I gave them the thing, right? And the address was written on the thing, on the envelope, okay? So usually, like in the old days, well, in the old days, not that long ago, just a few years ago, the way it works, the way that it usually works in the post office is you go there, you give them the envelope or whatever. There is the address on the envelope. Maybe your address is probably on the back in case they need to return it. And all they do is, they get some money from you. They put a few stamps, and that's it. Like, it's done. You pay the money and you go home, right? Well, not anymore. Because unfortunately, like every single time I go there, and granted, I don't go there like very often, okay? So sometimes I can go there, and maybe the next time I go, it's 2 years or 3 years later. Unfortunately, in those 2 or 3 years, something seems to always change. And honestly, it's very frustrating and irritating because it just, to me, it it's incredible how lazy they are becoming. They are becoming incredibly lazy people. I think like in the next 2 or 3 years or 5 years or something like that, I honestly think that they will just stop delivering things. Okay. It will basically be just you have to do everything. Like, okay, you want to deliver something to Hokkaido, then okay, then you go to Hokkaido and personally give the package to whoever you're sending it to, which doesn't make any sense then, because like, why do that in the first place, right? Anyway, I go there, I want to send my package, and they tell me, actually we can't do that. So they refused to do it. they I've never seen like a post office actually like kind of refuse something like in this case. They refuse to do that because apparently you need to print a label. You need to go home, basically fill out a form at home. So you can't even do that in the office for some reason. You have to go home, fill the form, and print it. Or, I mean, yeah, you get a email confirmation, you get a QR code, basically. With that code, you go to the post office, and there is a machine there. You put the phone on the machine and it prints out the form for you. That's basically how it works. But they gave me this form, and I'm not kidding. This is 7 pages of instructions. Like, this is the last page. I'll show you, just to, because some people maybe think, oh, you're just kidding. It's probably just one page. 7 pages. There's the number 7. Okay, so there's 7 pages of instructions, all in Japanese, of course. But again, I don't have much problem with that. It's just they are incredibly lazy at the post office these days. Like, you can't do it at the post office. You have to basically go home, do all the work for them, and then all they do is, yeah, they collect your money, and they put the label that basically you yourself did all the work for. You filled out all the forms by yourself. You printed the label by yourself at the office, and all they did is collect the money, and they take the labels, which are, kind of stickers, and they just slap that on the envelope. And I'm thinking, wow, I mean, how more lazy can you get? Like, seriously, what's next? Like in my example, right? I think they will just stop delivering altogether. It will just, you have to do it by yourself. Like, you want to deliver something, then go ahead. Like, go and drive, to Hokkaido or to Kyoto or whatever. This is just like, yeah, this is my beef with the Japan post office. Like, since I've been here, it's about 10 years or so. They've just gradually become lazier and lazier and lazier. Like, seriously, every year they invent something to be even more lazy, to do even less work. And I'm just thinking, it's your job, isn't it? I mean, it's your job to be there, and if people want to fill out, because not everybody has a computer, right? I mean, honestly, like in Japan, a lot of people don't actually have a computer. So yeah, I know you can do it on the smartphone or whatever, but honestly, like a lot of people don't even have like a computer at home. They don't. They just don't. A lot of people prefer to have a smartphone these days, or a tablet or something like that, but they don't have a computer. And I'm just thinking like, then how does that work? I mean, what if a person doesn't have a smartphone either? Because they're not cheap, you know, that they're not cheap. Like, why do you expect me to buy a smartphone that costs like $1,000 or something like that? Well, I mean, yeah, you can probably buy something cheaper than that, but usually like the iPhones and the Androids, they are pretty expensive. So okay, so basically this is a like now a requirement to use the post office. Now you need a smartphone. I don't get it. And I mean, it's your job to work at the post office, right? I mean, if you don't like it, then go do something else. But if this is your job, then you should absolutely allow people to fill out the forms there at your office, and just actually work. You know, you work there, right? But it seems to me that these days they just want to do less and less and less. They want to do the least possible, but still get like good money, because you know it's still good money working at the post office. Yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, that's my beef with the Japan post office. Let me know in the comment section what's your experience with them. Is it all kind of roses, pink roses and unicorns, or do you also have some trouble with them? And what kind of trouble? And is what do you think they should fix? I mean, what should they improve on? Let me know in the comments section. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.